The book calls for equipment that I don't have and temperatures that my oven cannot reach. So the question today is very simple. Can we make the Turkuaz Kitchen pita bread in my Nairobi kitchen with what I already have? The recipe makes 7 pitas. The ingredients are straightforward. Yeast, warm water, sugar, all-purpose flour, whole wheat flour, milk, salt, olive oil. As always, to get the exact measurements for the ingredients, you need to get the book. Now, for the equipments, the recipe calls for a stand mixer. That one we have. A baking steel, preheated at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. That's around 260 degrees. And a pizza paddle to transfer the dough, of course, to the stainless, whatever, what is it called? To the baking steel. Why am I saying stainless steel? My oven can only max to 250 degrees. Number 2, I don't have a baking steel. I've looked for it in Nairobi. I've not found one. And number 3, I don't have a pizza paddle. So those are the challenges that I have with this particular recipe. What I have is a cast iron. Let's hope that it will give us something close or maybe the same as the baking steel. We don't know. It's our first time to try this particular recipe. So we are hoping for the best. Oh, don't fail us. So when it's time to do what? When it's time to put it in the oven, I will preheat my cast iron for around 15 minutes. That's what the recipe says. Another thing about this recipe, you can make them in 2 ways. You can bake them in the oven or you can make them on a hot skillet. For the hot skillet one, I will use a chapati pan to see how the pita bread will behave on the chapati pan. But there's a caution here. When you're using a skillet, it says cooking them this way will not create the pita pockets. So that's what you're being told. So today I'm doing both, the cast iron in the oven chasing the pockets, then the skillet method for comparison. 2 methods, honest results. We will start by activating the yeast. So our yeast, sugar, and the water. Flour, water, the yeast, milk, salt, olive oil. After 2 minutes, you increase the speed to medium for around 5 to 6 minutes until the dough is smooth. We will cover this for 15 to 20 minutes. We will knead this dough for 2 to 3 minutes until smooth. See you after 1 hour. Dough is ready, so we are going to divide it into 7 equal portions. Once you divide, you round them into smooth balls. We let it rest for around 15 to 20 minutes. We are back. So we're going to flour our surface. Then we start with one. The book says that we roll it into around 6 to 7 inches. I have a ruler so that I can get it right. Let's see if you've gotten that. 7. Now this is the tricky part. We don't have a pizza paddle, but this is what I'm going to use. This is what I have. So yes, like that. Now something about my oven. Once it heats too much, the light goes off. So let's hope we'll be able to see the rise. Here is our dough. Then we pull this close carefully. Then back and we close. But look at that. Yes. I think we have to flip. Let me flip. There it is. Let's remove. Because we don't have a tortilla warmer, I'll cover them with a kitchen towel like that. Like I said, some are going to be baked in the oven and others in the chapati pan. Yo! Look at that! I'll use the pan. I'm not using the oven again. Look at that! Moment of truth. A girl is happy. A girl is happy. Let's see. I only did one, no, two, with the skillet, with the cast iron. The second one, honestly, I don't know what happened. This is what we got. Time to taste first before anything else. Let's taste. The flavor, 10 out of 10. It's really good and very soft. For the cast iron substitution, well, hey, the first one, like you saw, there's something about my cooker. Once it's the temperatures are too high, just goes off by itself. I've never understood that. So like you saw, there was no light, but the pita was rising well. Now the second one, I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened. It took forever to rise, took forever to brown. So it's very hard. Because the chapati pan was doing well, I decided to do everything on the chapati pan. And they were rising well. In terms of pockets, we are not eating pockets. We are eating pita bread. So the pockets is not what is going into the stomach. It's just the pita that is going into the stomach. This is what I would say, this being my first recipe for this cookbook. Even when the equipment assumptions don't match my kitchen, the logic of this particular recipe is explained so well, so I could easily adopt it into my kitchen. Everything doesn't go hand in hand with what is in the book, so the recipe works here. Another thing that makes this recipe so far a 10 out of 10, the ingredients are easily available in Nairobi. That is usually one of the challenges that I get when it comes to trying out cookbooks. Getting ingredients, that's usually a very, very high task. But this particular recipe, everything is easily available. I'll give this recipe a 10 out of 10.